What's your phobia and why? Pooping and a snake slithers up my toilet and nicks my nuts. Emetophobia, the fear of vomit. I've been terrified of it for as long as I can remember. Wasps. Everything about them freaks me out. Balloons. BC I convince myself they could pop at any moment and scare the shit out of me. Bees and wasps because they sting. Thalassephobia. Deep water. Because dude. SRSLY. Losing my hair, my face would look so strange without it. Lylaxophobia. Fear of tornadoes. Even the noon sirens give me anxiety. Is Hello Kitty a phobia? When you open a Pillsbury can of cinnamon rolls or biscuits, they pop unexpectedly, and I've always made my dad do it. Being buried alive. Megalophobia. I constantly have nightmares about things towering over me, especially statues. Trypophobia because a girl told me everyone has it. Spexophobia. I feel like it's self-explanatory. Snakes. I have been face to face with a copperhead before and it is scary. I hate the dark, even now. I just don't like not being able to see. Loneliness. Like the end of that Black Mirror episode White Christmas. Claustrophobia. Fear of closed spaces. Nice try Reddit, not today. Fat women eating candy in meat pantyhose. Death. I don't want to die. I don't know what happens. Phobias are irrational by nature. Spiders. I've fought in 2 wars. But spiders still freak me the fuck out. I'll jump on a chair and scream like a 9Y. Oh little girl if one comes towards me. Heights. Like, I don't like looking up at tall buildings grade. Because grounds. Arachnophobia. No reason. Just can't cross paths with a spider or similar. Doesn't even have to be a real arachnid, as I have found out recently. Video games and movies work as well to some extent. The spider cave in Mandalorian was an experience. Spiderwebs. Since I was an infant. No idea where it came from. Ironically, I'm not too bothered by actual spiders. The only reason they scare me is because they produce the webs. Paper cuts. Jackass movie. Coulrophobia. IDKY, but I feel like clowns are out to get me ever since I was little. Birds. Just birds. Subways. I misstepped when riding on a subway in NYC a while back and it just caused quite a bit of fear. Knives. I had one whose blade accidentally pierced me and got one pointed at me directly. Wasps. Fuck those things. I want to make a homophobe joke, but I think I better not. Dolls. Fuck those tiny shits staring at you, waiting for the perfect time to reveal themselves and kill you. Thalassephobia. My mum has it, so I thought I should too. Any hairy fruits like kiwis and peaches idky, but it gives me goosebumps. I have a fear of the ending cr. Failure. I know if I fail on any of my goals, I'll either have to move back in with my family. They're not bad. I just don't want to have to live with them. BCZ, I can't do otherwise. Or die. Acrophobia. Fear of being chased. I have no idea why, but if someone chases me, even if they are just walking slower than me and just run to catch up with me, I will run as fast as I can for no reason, in fear. Moths. I don't know what it's called. 2 incidents. Moth flew into my face 2 times. Huge on flew at my food and I touched it. Now I just kill any moth I see. This is actually very serious. I have a few cans because whenever I even dare to try and open it, I accidentally almost cut my finger, and that maybe not ever want to touch a can ever again, so I've grew out of that phobia now. But my other phobia is bugs, or to be more specific, of fear of flying insects. When I was a kid, for some reason I watched every Jaws movie I could get my hands on, and now I can't be in an open body of water that I can't see the bottom of, despite being a state-level swimmer. Straitjackets. Can't even look at a TV character wearing one without bugging TF out. Emetophobia. I suffered severely as a child before it had a name to it, so therapist thought I was just dramatic. I've seen people as of recently claim it's for attention, which I'm sure some people do. But elementary school me would be furious if I was accused of that. It's a suffocating fear, and it ruined the early parts of my childhood. I luckily healed from it decently enough to participate in things normally once I was around middle school aged. Angryphobia. My mother and father were constantly at a screaming war. My sister yells at her kids when she's upset. My sister's fiancé yells when he's upset. I have been yelled at for being a kid. I can no longer stand being yelled at. Anytime I'm close to tears and I physically feel sick. Darkness. I do not enjoy opening and closing my eyes and seeing that nothing has changed. Also, losing my freedom. I'm terrified of the idea of somebody else controlling my life or losing the control over any kind of drugs, although I enjoy using them. Microphonophobia. Heights. But still try to do rides at parks, and Emma do skydiving parachute. But that shit gets me every time. Arachnophobia, but only the big ones. Apparently. If this sounds mentally crazy, I talk to the small and medium ones in my house to leave me alone. Especially my bathroom when I have to use the shower or sink, but if they don't, I spray them with water and crush them with the nearest bottle I can find. I then use the water to flush their corpse down the drain. Everything that people do to exploited farmed animals. Force impregnation. My baby being taken and eaten. Cages. Injections. Prolapsed vaginas. The entire world not caring. Etc. Thalassephobia. Just thank Subnautica for that. Time passing. Chronophobia. Because it makes me stress and leave me under pressure when thinking about how quick time is passing, or how much time will pass when I achieve or want something specific. Some types and parts of trees. Dendrophobia. I didn't get a good look at the lot scene. And freaked the fuck out at what I did see. Vomit, seaweed, high stairs, being out in public, being stared at. Human being. Chewing gum. Colorophobia, just clowns. Do I have to say more? Don't have one yet cause I haven't met the thing I'm scared of. Mirrors when the lights are off. I've convinced myself that my reflection will pop out of the mirror when my back is turned. Especially in the dark. Snakes. When I was a kid I thought that I would see snakes on the ground, but they were not actually there. I have a phobia of giraffes. I had a dream as a child of a giraffe eating me and I've been traumatized ever since. I can't look at them without having a breakdown even if they're on a screen. Arachnid phobia. Spiders are creepy AF. Fake reality is basically my phobia. Bridges because my balance is so bad I'm convinced I'll just fall off. I have arachnophobia. I'm not sure why, but I've had it ever since. I don't remember when my arachnophobia started to kick in, but yeah, I've had it for a while now and I'm still not sure on how I can really get rid of it. I'm still not sure on how I can get rid of my arachnophobia. Throwing up. Anything touching my face. I'm not sure why, but if something touches my face I will automatically freak out. One time I went for surgery and when they put the mask on to put me under I just started screaming. Ended up not have the surgery. Emetophobia. Fear of throwing up. Ever since I was little I've had it, and for a good reason. Once I throw up I can't stop until I physically can't do it anymore, and it doesn't help that when I cry I puke, and when I puke I cry, so it like a never-ending loop. Living too long. Everyone you know except the youngers die. Fear of throwing up. Triggered by a horrific bout of food poisoning, norovirus. I threw up blood by the end. And if it hadn't stopped there I would have gone to A&E. Now I have enough prescribed meds that if it were to happen again I could either prevent it with antiemetics or get so high I wouldn't remember the experience. To this day I still refuse to eat risky foods like fish, sushi, etc. and won't eat leftovers that have been out more than a few hours. Acrophobia. Phobia of heights. I don't know why, but yeah. I have not gotten on a plane in years, and when I did, I would have nightmares, panic attacks, and feel super nauseous in the days, hours leading up to one. Also Microphonophobia. Phobia of ants. And mostly any insect. When I was a toddler I sat in this rock area, but little did I know there was an ant hill right there, and soon I was literally covered in ants. It was terrifying and I refused to touch the ground outside for months afterwards. Horses. As a small child I was almost kicked by one during pony rides with my Girl Scout troop. It was already agitated before I got up there, then it started rearing its hooves and freaking out. One of the men there literally grabbed me and twisted around to block me while running away. I felt the air current from its kicking hooves. Since then, I don't go near horses. I admire their beauty at a distance. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.